What's up, YouTube land? Ricky here again with another Transformers toy review, and today we're going to be looking at Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Jazz. Here we are, and this is him. This is the Fall of Cybertron video game version of Jazz. As you can see, he is a futuristic Porsche-ish car with a lot of good molded-in detailing and just nice looking vehicle. Wheels roll. He does have a little bit of a clearance issue here with the legs underneath, so he doesn't really roll like he needs to. He kind of scrapes the floor. Not a bad alt mode. He does have his little gun here, which just plugs in on the top. Little pistol. Nice molded in detail. Nice little gun. It looks a little goofy when you get in robot mode, and I'll show that off. One minor gripe, he does suffer from visible hand syndrome. Right back there is robot hands, but I guess, you know, what are you going to do? For vehicle size comparison, we'll bring in his deluxe partner here, Starscream, and you can see Starscream's vehicle mode just towers over this car. But there we have it, which we'll get to him later. So yeah, that's pretty much it in vehicle mode. Not a lot to say. On to transformation. Now this guy can be a little tricky. He's more like a puzzle former almost. He's got some interesting bits to his transformation. So let's just get started. First, you want to untab the arm back here. You'll see there's the little peg. It just tabs in this little slot right there. You're going to want to bring that all the way out and around. If you want, you can go ahead and fold out the fist, but it's not necessary yet. Anyway, untab. And mine are a little tight. I'm always afraid I'm going to break them, but I haven't seen any stress marks yet. All the way around, fold out the fist. From here, you could do one or two things. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the arms since I'm here. You want to unpeg right there. Peg that goes right in there. Peg right there. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Then you have this little area here, which if you just rotate the shoulder piece down, it usually untabs itself from there. Mine is wanting to be a pain in the butt. But anyway, you untab there, and that frees up your shoulder joint. Same thing over here. We're going to go ahead and unpeg there. Free up the shoulder joint. Then you want to rotate the arm around, rotate the forearm around, and there you have Jazz looking like this. Go ahead and grab the legs, fold them down, fold down the feet, and you can stand him up, and now you have him looking like this. Next step, this is where he gets kind of tricky. You have to fold everything up just right. You want to take this hinge and fold it up there it goes. Collapse it like this to where you have the hood inside. Then you want to take this part and rotate it around. At the same time, you want to take this and this section here and pull back on it. If you get everything cleared here, you want to pull back on it, and you'll see that that will reveal the head. Then you just want to collapse everything up. This piece tabs right back there, and oh, that was off camera. This piece here tabs right into his butt. And this whole thing here, upper torso, collapses up. And there's two little slots right in here and here that tab into the upper body section right there. And then it's just positioning and standing up. And there you have Autobot Jazz in his robot mode. And it's a fairly cool looking robot mode, I'm not going to lie. I really dig the robot mode. The only thing I don't like is his legs are really spindly, which makes him difficult to stand, and his upper body's really massive. And also, you look here, it looks really ugly from up here because you have a big gap from his head. But it's not too terribly bad. As I said before, he can't hold his weapon. And see, this is where it looks kind of goofy. You got this big robot with a little bitty pea shooter. I think they could have done better with the gun, but it's not too bad. It just needed a bigger weapon. Almost all of his joints are ratchet joints. His elbows are ratchet for articulation. He's got shoulder, swivel. He can move. If you pop it, he can move out like this on each arm. His wrists swivel. His head turns, but because of all the area in here, you're not going to get. It is on a ball joint, but you're not going to get a lot of movement out of it because of the enclosure here. Hips, ball joints. He does have a thigh swivel, sort of. He does have a ratcheting knee, and he does have ratcheting ankles, but they only go that way, and they stop right there, so really you can't move his feet too much to get him anywhere, and nothing at the waist. So he's not as articulated as Prime was, and as you can see, I'm turning that thigh joint, I've already popped it out. But he's not as articulated as Ultra Magnus was, but he's still not too terribly bad. And speaking of Ultra Magnus, to have a size comparison, here we are with Deluxe Class Ultra Magnus. And you can see that Magnus is indeed just a hair taller than Jazz, which, being the leader, or commander class, he should be taller than his troops. So it's pretty much, I guess, in scale. And sorry, Jazz, this is a fairly decent representation of Jazz from the game. Now, do I recommend this figure? Yes, I do. If you're really into the game, you really like it, and you like the characters, pick him up. Some people have hated on this figure, some people like him, some people don't. I mean, it's all down to your personal preference, but I do recommend him. I do like him. I am glad to have him in my collection, and I think you will be too. So if you see him in the stores for retail, pick him up. Again, like I say all the time, do not pay the ridiculous eBay prices. The most you may want to pay is like on a website like Big Bad Toy Store or Robot Kingdom. Maybe go there and pick him up with the shipping costs, but do not pay anything above that. He's not worth anything more than that, but he is a decent figure. And I guess that's really all there is to say. So this has. Oh, one more last thing. I want to get a up-close shot of that face sculpt for you guys, because that just screams Jazz. There you go. Well, that, again, I guess that's all there is to say about that. So, until next time, this is Ricky saying thank you.